Hey everyone, so Bitcoin's at about $88,000 per coin, about $5,500 below the all-time high. The all-time high was 93,500, so we're about $5,500 below that at about $88,000 per coin. And the question is, will you buy the dip? Human psychology is super interesting in that everything else in life everybody wants to buy on sale, but when it comes to financial assets or financial instruments, nobody seems to want to buy them when they're on sale. It's just human psychology. The fun time to buy things is when it's going up, when it's exhilarating, when it's fun. Of course, there's never a bad time to buy Bitcoin, but the best time to buy Bitcoin is when everyone else is scared or when it's boring. And so if Bitcoin takes a little breather, races up to 93,500, and then it comes back down 5,500 to 88,000, great time to load up on some extra Bitcoin. So what always happens, just so you know, what always happens is it goes on a tear and people are like, ooh, they buy some, right? Because it's super fun and it's euphoric and all that. But then they're like, I don't want to buy a lot because it's so high. And so if you asked them, they would say, well, I want a pullback. Like I want it to be on sale. If it would just get on sale a little bit, then I could really load up on that Bitcoin I'm planning to buy. Well, then you get a pullback exactly like what we have right now, a $5,500 pullback. Nice little, I don't know, whatever that is, however many percent pullback that is. 5, 7%, whatever. Um, you get a little pullback, and everybody's like, oh, but I don't know that I want to buy it. It's down. I'm just not sure. I just don't have the same level of conviction I did. And it's like, literally, come on, what changed? 48 hours ago, it was 93,500. Now it's 88,000, but your conviction changed because it pulled back. And suddenly it's like, oh no, but it's going in the wrong direction. It's like, no, it's doing what every financial asset on the planet does, which is it goes up and then it pulls back and then it goes up and then it pulls back. Assuming you're talking about good financial assets that go up, in the long term, like Bitcoin. So great time to buy Bitcoin. I understand it's a lot harder to buy Bitcoin when it's not euphoric and it's not just going crazy like literally 48 hours ago. But the best time to buy it is in these pullbacks. Of course, the best time you should buy Bitcoin is anytime you have liquidity, meaning you actually have financial resources to buy it. I would buy it no matter what the price is. Sooner is better than later, early as possible. But if you're sitting on the sidelines wondering, is now a good time to buy? Yes. And if you're wondering why do I not have that same deep level of conviction that I thought I had up at 90,000, 91,000, 92,000, 93,000? It's because that's just natural human psychology. That when something starts getting cheaper, the conviction about it tends to step back. And people are like, yeah, but I just don't know. I just don't know if I want to buy Bitcoin. I mean, it's awfully high and it's going in the wrong direction. And then, a week, I don't know, a day or two or a week or from now, whatever it is, probably in the very near future, it'll zoom past 100. All the people that were sort of sitting on the sidelines are going to say, "Oh wow, I should have bought it at 88,000. I remember thinking I should buy it at 88,000, but I didn't, and I didn't. I knew I should have. I even told myself I was going to, but then I didn't. And now we're up at 100,000, and now it's too expensive, and they don't want to buy it at 100,000. So just be aware that that is natural human psychology. It is not unique to Bitcoin. It happens with every financial asset. Every financial asset, whether it's, high flying stocks like Google, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, Tesla, uh, Microsoft, all of them, if you were just obsessively watching the price of those assets, you'd feel the same way. You'd want to buy it when it's exciting and going up. And then as soon as it pulls back, which is a better time to buy, you're like, oh, but I just don't have the same conviction. I'm just not sure. I better sit and watch it a little while and see what it does. Of course, it zooms away from you, and you're like, I should have bought it at 88,000. I wish I had a chance. I wish I had bought it at 88,000. So that is just completely natural. So what do you do? Why don't you just buy Bitcoin? It's not that hard. Like, have the conviction to buy the Bitcoin. And if you don't have the conviction, go study Bitcoin. If you study Bitcoin, you will have the conviction because nobody who studies Bitcoin a ton ends up not wanting to buy a lot of it because it's the world's most incredible technology of the 21st century. It's really that amazing. And so if you study it, you'll have the conviction to buy it. So my advice to you, just pull the trigger. I mean, come on. You're going to be glad you did when Bitcoin's a lot higher. And if you don't, you'll be sad you didn't. And we've been through this over and over and over a gazillion times since Bitcoin was, back below 17,000 a coin. And I was saying stuff just like this to people. So here's your chance. It's 5,000 plus below its all time high. You can buy Bitcoin now. Doesn't mean it won't go lower, but we're here to bet on the long haul. And in the long haul, it should go way, way, way up from here. Also, you never know when there's going to be some huge news event. So, if Howard Lutnick becomes the Treasury Secretary, he's a huge Bitcoiner. The other guy is too, but Howard Lutnick especially is like deep, 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 deep. Way down the Bitcoin rabbit hole. And if Howard Lutnick becomes the Treasury Secretary, we will almost certainly end up with a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the United States. If the other guy is Treasury Secretary, we may still well end up with the Bitcoin an official government Bitcoin Treasury Reserve, but it's just not as certain. At any point, some news article could hit that results in the price going crazy. And then you're going to think, oh, no, I should have bought it at 88,000. I can't believe I didn't. I knew I should have, and here I didn't. And now Howard Lutnick is Treasury Secretary, and we're, going to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve, or some other major news happens of some institution adopting Bitcoin, or company adopting Bitcoin, or country adopting Bitcoin. Suddenly the price is going to run away and you're going to be in a quandary about what to do about it. So, um, save yourself the trouble. Buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can and stop thinking about it. That's the answer to your problem. So, have a great night, everyone. And for all of you who, you know, amass as much Bitcoin as you can get your hands on below $75,000 a coin, well, here we are at 88. Enjoy the upside. We got a long way to go. It's going to be an exciting ride ahead. Thanks, everyone.